Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Overwatch event video that I try my best to schedule about 2 weeks in advance before it releases. But there's also part 2 of my last video that I was going to make, and I completely forgot about this event existing, which is why this is an early upload, and Overwatch Movie Part 2 is coming out a little later than expected. Anyways, if you've been on the channel for a little while, you know how these videos go. I did similar videos for the summer games and Halloween events, and seeing as how a lot of people enjoyed them, I see no reason not to continue. If you look around for the event details, or at least some speculation, you're probably a little bit out of luck. At least I've seen approximately 0 videos regarding this topic, which is weird considering it's going to start pretty soon. But of course, more on that later. So today we'll be covering the details about what Blizzard might be adding to the event, and at the end, as you may or may not remember, I like to cover some really interesting fan-made winter skins that I've found and personally would really love to see added in this year's Winter Wonderland. So let's kick it off with some release date predictions. Now, my track record so far is about 50% correct, but I've been doing more thinking and getting better at this, so let's see what we'll figure out this time. I wasn't actually here last year for this event, and I promise guys, this is the last time I can say that. Now again, just like me, if you weren't here last year, you probably have approximately no clue when the event started, me included. So the event started last year on the 13th of December and ended on the 3rd of January, making it the only event to span across 2 years. Now, does anyone want to guess which day of the week it started on? Yep, it was a Tuesday, and eventually I'm going to stop bringing that up. But until then, you're going to get it drilled into your head because it's Blizzard's favorite day for patches and updates. Now, take a close look at your calendars and tell me which day is a Tuesday and closest to last year's start date. If you said the 12th, you'd be correct. If you said the 5th or the 19th, well, you're wrong. I'm sorry. Now, dates are one thing, and I know that some of you will take them at face value, but I know that there are some of you saying, why should I take this info from a guy with only 227 subs? Well, I'll tell you why. The majority of wintry holiday things to my knowledge are in December, so bringing it too far into January isn't exactly what they'd want to do. Secondly, it started last year on the 13th, and moving it around too much doesn't put those 20 days we get with it in a great place. Now, just like the summer games, Blizzard could pull another fast one on us, but hopefully they won't make a liar out of me this time. I'd say that December 12th is a pretty good and solid spot to put it. Now that that's out of the way, let's get into the meat of the event with what they might be adding into this year's Winter Wonderland. Look, I'm gonna be honest, when I said in my last event video that most people hated the game mode, that was a big mistake. You guys made it very clear to me that you actually did enjoy it, and so this time, I'm just going to straight up ask you. I'd like to know whether or not you liked May's Snowball Offensive, and to answer, you can select a choice in the poll on the top right screen right now. Of course, if you have more to share about your experience, you can drop a comment down below because I'm very interested in your opinions. Now, this part is a little bit awkward because usually there are a whole bunch of things I can talk about for the special game mode that comes with the event. But this time around, the game mode is generally pretty simple. Lucio Ball got a huge rework, and Junkenstein's Revenge got an endless mode with different heroes. I've watched gameplay and it seems to me like the most laid back and chill arcade mode ever made. It's simple elimination gameplay with a one in the chamber style twist. There's not really much I can comment on or really many ideas I can play around with in my head. They did a really good job with it, and I hope it comes back with the same Christmassy background music. Moving on to the cosmetic side of things. Now, this is many people's favorite part of the event, myself included. There's really no feeling quite like getting a skin that my friends don't have, especially for my mains. Regarding new things, let's talk about who's going to be getting some new cosmetics this year. Let's start with who absolutely needs a skin sometime the next decade maybe. Blizzard, could you do my man Doomfist a favor here? He hasn't gotten an event skin yet, and I know we'd all love to see some holiday cheer on him. We can't forget that we also got a new hero added to the roster, and it never hurts to show the noobs some love, so I'd love to see a Moira skin as well. Personally, I love the emotes, and the more the better, so who's the next target for some new wintry emotes? Well, maybe Tracer and Zenyatta are my best bet when it comes to cheerful emotes. As much as I'd love to see one of the edgy guys be super cheerful for a change, it's quite likely that one of the lighter-hearted heroes would get an emote instead. As for the usual, we'd need more player icons, new sprays for the new heroes, and just more. Victory poses, highlight intros, just more, please and thank you. When it comes to the highlight intros, I've basically thrown all the rules out the window. Even heroes who don't have event ones aren't first in line to get them apparently, seeing as how Roadhog got another one for Halloween. At this point, I'm not exactly sure who to expect to get one, but of course my best guesses are May, for obvious reasons, and maybe Soldier or something. I mean, it'd be really funny if he's sitting in retirement sipping a cup of hot chocolate. I don't really know, I'd probably just get that as a joke or something. And for the final part of the video, I'll be showing up on screen some of my favorite winter-themed fan skins. Now, I know that some people don't really like this part, so if you'd like to leave right now, have a great day, but if you're sticking around, I do have some news for you. It was really hard to find these skins. It seems that artists like to make the summer game skins, but not so much these ones for whatever reason. Don't worry though, I still managed to find 3 really cool ones that I'd love to share with you all. The first of which is Snow Angel Mercy. Look, I know Mercy already has tons of event skins, and yes, I know she already has one from the previous event, but as I'm sure someone remembers, skins don't seem to come in any particular order anymore. Seeing as how Reaper has 2 skins for the same event, all rules are thrown out the window at this point. Of course, this one makes a ton of sense and fits perfectly into the theme. The attention to detail that this artist put in is absolutely incredible. Let's start with the skin in general. The icy wings are probably the greatest thing I've seen in a fan skin so far. The snowflakes are a neat touch, and the blue color fits her wings very nicely. Her sweater looks very comfortable, and I think the gradient is absolutely perfect on her front banner, not to mention the halo on her hood fits the theme especially well. The only thing I'm not exactly sure about is how the staff would look in-game, but then again, that's not my problem. What I'd like to point to on the staff is the detail put into the lantern's design. I mean, just take a look at it. I don't really need to explain why it's done so well. There's even the back view and an alternate icon for her abilities. Overall, I have to say, really well done. The skin was made by Peter Burrows, who you can find using the link to this concept art in the description. Moving on to the next concept art of the day, we have the Genji Templar Sentinel skin. Now, there aren't a whole lot of words I can say about it. The color scheme is nice, the replacements for his weapon are really well done, especially the Kukuri replacement for his Wakizashi. I know, it says his Kodate replacement, but I'm not exactly sure what that is, and his reflect description says he uses his Wakizashi, so yeah. Obviously, I don't think he really needs that coat, but the aesthetic is really nice. And the ice-climbing spikes on his shoes would make a lot of sense for fighting on an icy surface. Once again, really good job, and props to the artist Winged Willy for such an amazing job on the design. Definitely 10 out of 10, I'd buy it. For the final skin of the day, we have the punniest skins I've seen so far. Blizzard has their pun game going strong, but this one, you could say, is unbearably bad. Get it? Because the skin's called Unbearable, and the skin's already a pun, making it 2 puns. Which makes it pun-bearable? Oh, I'm so sorry. That was all I really had prepared for the skin. The skin is good, and of course it would involve May getting another skin, but you know how there are no more rules anymore, so I don't even care anymore. The skins look really good, and obviously with all of these skins, the detail is amazing, and you can tell that a good amount of thought went into the design. The gun looks really nice, and I'm sure that anyone with a golden gun would be absolutely in love with these skins. Let's be honest, that gun looks really cool. Once again, really well done. Exactsuzer? I have no idea how to pronounce that username, but you know what, you did a really good job, so give yourself a pat on the back. And with that, we come to a close with this Winter Wonderland event video. I hope I'm not too late, but I also hope I'm not too early. Of course, I'd love to know exactly what kind of things you'd like to see in the upcoming event, so be sure to let me know down below. Also, if you're looking for some more awesome artwork by these artists, you can find links to them in the description. Speaking of the description, if you've been hating a particular hero recently, let me know by clicking the link to my Reddit post and leaving a funny reason why for a chance to get your comment featured in an upcoming video. And lastly, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to see more like this in the future. This is Carter signing off, and as always, have a fantastic day.